Elias Truck Center starting gate has the field for race number 1. We have Miss Mimi and Stephen Trites, Elm Grove Camrose, Gilles Barrio. Yankee Dancer, Philip Hodgson, Fernhill Treasure, Todd Trites, Maho Bay with Lonnie Stokes. All Over You, Phil Sowers, Basin View Brad, Mark Haig, $1 Million Jewel with Mike Downey. Here they come. And away they go. Elm Grove Camrose looks for the lead. So too does Miss Mimi as they go on round the turn for the opening 8th. On the outside, Yankee Dancer is sitting in 3rd spot, and good action up at the front of this group in the early stages as Elm Grove Camrose changing tactics tonight, and he goes straight for the lead. Yankee Dancer is now 2nd on the outside. Miss Mimi 3rd, then $1 Million Jewel. Fernhill Treasure is next. Basin View Brad. Then Maho Bay, and the trailer is All Over You. They were by the opening quarter in 29-2 as they go on round the barn turn for the first time. Elm Grove Camrose showing the way. Yankee Dancer in 2nd. Then it's back to Miss Mimi further back in 3rd as they come off the top of the turn and move in front of us for the first time. $1 Million Jewel is moving to the outside from 4th. Then it is Fernhill Treasure, Basin View Brad, Maho Bay, and All Over You, and the field was past the half in 59-3. Elm Grove Camrose, then Yankee Dancer, Miss Mimi, and on the outside, $1 Million Jewel. Moving with cover, that is Fernhill Treasure. Basin View Brad is next, racing in 7th, but on the outside is Maho Bay. And moving 3 wide from the rear of the field is All Over You. They go for 3/4. Comfortable lead at this stage for Elm Grove Camrose. Racing 2nd, Yankee Dancer. As they go past that marker and round the barn turn, final time, 3/4 was reached in 1:31-3. And Elm Grove Camrose is on his own. Yankee Dancer 2nd. $1 Million Jewel is there as well. Fernhill Treasure part of that mix, racing for place, but that's what it is at this stage. Elm Grove Camrose checks out on the rest of this field. Up on the outside, Maho Bay coming on for 2nd. Elm Grove Camrose, Maho Bay, and Fernhill Treasure very close for the place. Time for that mile, 2:03-2. Here's your winner of the first race. Number 2, Elm Grove Camrose, a 7-year-old son of Racing Hanover from the troublemaker mare Mystical Rose, owned and trained by Sandra Foley of Fredericton. First win this season comes with the catch driver Gilles Barrio at the controls. 2:03-2 finish time for number 2, Elm Grove Camrose. Field is in behind the gate for the restart of race number 2. Where Did You Go on the inside? McPort in a Storm. Big Brown Ben, the outside for Indigo Artist. Trailing horses Lanny and Spring Jollity. Gate is at the head of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. An Indigo Artist from the outside wants front. And on the inside, McPort in a Storm is going to take it. McPort in a Storm is your leader. Indigo Artist is next. Then Where Did You Go? Big Brown Ben is 4th on the outside. As they go past the 8th, racing in 5th spot is Spring Jollity. And the trailer is Lanny. As they head down the backstretch for the opening quarter, McPort in a Storm. Solid up front, looking to give Barrio 2 wins in a row to open tonight's card of racing. And McPort in a Storm had them by the opening quarter in 30 seconds flat. Rounding the barn turn for the first time. McPort in a Storm, Indigo Artist is next, then Big Brown Ben is 3rd. Where Did You Go is in 4th. Spring Jollity is next, and Lanny as they come single file from the 3/8 on their way to the half-mile station. McPort in a Storm continues to lead it. over Indigo Artist second. Then Big Brown Ben with an eye to the outside from third. Where Did You Go is fourth. Spring Jollity fifth. And Lanny, they were by the half in 101 and 3. On to the 5/8. That's the next stop for McPort in a Storm. Racing in second, Indigo Artist. Then Big Brown Ben. Where Did You Go? Lanny has come to fifth. He's back to the outside. And Spring Jollity is the trailer as they go 4 3/4. McPort in a Storm kicks it into another gear. The son of McCardle with Gilles Barriot as the pilot. They were by 3/4 in 132. McPort in a Storm. Then Indigo Artist and Big Brown Ben. Lanny has come to fourth. Where Did You Go? And Spring Jollity inside of 1/8 of a mile for that leader. McPort in a Storm. On the go, and he's up by 10 lengths coming towards the finish. McPort in a Storm under wraps has got it. Big Brown Ben is third. Indigo Artist got second spot. The time for the mile, 2:02 and 1. Gilles Barriot to open tonight's card of racing. This time with the 2-year-old McPort in a Storm, a son of McCardle from the Ponderosa mare Newport Way. Owned by Wayne McRae, Gilles Barriot, and Ian Smith. Gilles training and driving. First career start and a first career win. Last quarter 30 and 1. The mile 2:02 and 1. That's number 2, McPort in a Storm. Winning as the favorite at 2-5 for Gilles Barriot. Trias Truck Center starting gate has the field. Race number 3. Royal Putnam, Mike Downey. Eamon Molly, Lonnie Stokes. B. Ann's Legacy, Sam Hodgen. Villamax, Ed Harvey. Making Art on the outside for Steve Mason. One trailer, it's J.J. Bria for Gilles Barriot. Here they come. Off stride in behind the gate was J.J. Bria. J.J. Bria, the favorite, was off stride behind the gate, and as they leave, Eamon Molly on the go. On the cones, Royal Putnam wants top spot, though, and Royal Putnam's going to take it away from Eamon Molly as they go for the opening 8th. By that marker now, and Royal Putnam has the lead by a length and a half over Eamon Molly. Then it's Villamax in third. Further back, and on the outside, Makin' Art has come to fourth against B. Ann's Legacy. And then J.J. Bria with a lot of work to do as they go past the opening quarter. And Royal Putnam had them there. 30 and 4 the time at the quarter as they go around the barn turn first time. Royal Putnam and Eamon Molly. The field is getting closer as they go by the 3/8 mile marker. Villamax is in third spot. Makin' Art is fourth, now back to the outside. They will move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half, with Royal Putnam continuing to show the way for Mike Downey. Racing in second is Eamon Molly. Then it's Makin' Art now getting to third on the outside. Villamax fourth. B. Ann's Legacy and J.J. Bria, and they were by the half in 1:04 and 1. With Royal Putnam the leader. He's up by a length and a half. Makin' Art now comes to second on the outside. By the 5/8, and Eamon Molly is third. Right there in fourth, Villamax as they go down the backstretch for the final time. B. Ann's Legacy and J.J. Bria as they come to 3/4, and it is Royal Putnam leading it over Makin' Art on the outside. Eamon Molly is third. Villamax, B. Ann's Legacy, and further back to J.J. Bria. 3/4 was reached in 1:35 and 3. And they move on for 7/8 now. Royal Putnam trying to fend off those challengers. Makin' Art up on the outside is continuing to grind away as they come down the stretch for home. Makin' Art. Royal Putnam as they come for the line. Makin' Art's going to get it. Royal Putnam second, then B. Ann's Legacy got the show. The time for that mile, 2:07. Here's your winner of race number 3. Number 6, Makin' Art. 3-year-old son of Articulator from the Estrellos mare, Megan L. Down. Bred and owned by Steve and Kyle Mason of Quispam Sis. Steve trains and drives. Second win from just 5 starts this year. Comes tonight over the off track in 2:07. Making Art clicks at 13-1 on the nose here in race number 3. There's your winner, number 6, Making Art and Steve Mason. The Trias Truck Center starting gate is in motion. Race number 4, Hurricane Island, Philip Hodgson. Pembroke Paycheck, Don Dickinson. Woodmere Sandollar, Stephen Trites. Georgie Girl, Lonnie Stokes. El Nino Nico, Todd Trites. I Got a Rocket, Mike Campbell. Meter leader, Gilberto, The Power of Grin, Mike Downey. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Hurricane Island on the cones. Looks to lead it, going around that first turn. Woodmere Sandollar trying to duck in second. On the outside, El Nino Nico is in third. Then it is Pembroke Paycheck fourth. As they go past that 8th and straighten out into the backstretch for the opening quarter. Racing in 5th spot. On the outside, that is Georgie Girl. Next up, Meter Leader. Then it is The Power of Grin and the trailer I Got a Rocket as they go past the quarter. They were by that marker in 30 seconds. Rounding the barn turn for the first time. On top and cutting it out is Hurricane Island. Then El Nino Nico has come to second on the outside as they move off the top of the turn and move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half. El Nino Nico and Hurricane Island. El Nino and Hurricane coming for the half. Racing in third is Woodmere Sandollar. Then in fourth, Georgie Girl, Pembroke Paycheck is fifth. Meter Leader, The Power of Grin, and I Got a Rocket. They're in a bunch, and they were by the half in 1:01.1. It continues to be Hurricane Island up top. Now coming to second on the inside. That is Woodmere Sandollar. First up all the way has been El Nino Nico. 3 wide move. There goes Meter Leader. And that one has got his eyes set on the top spot. Meter Leader now to the front. Hurricane Island second. Woodmere Sandollar and Pembroke Paycheck now to fourth. The 3/4 was in 1:32.4. Meter Leader scooting away from the rest of this field as they come to the 7/8 now. Meter Leader is up by 4 with inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go. Barrio looks for his 3rd winner of the night with Meter Leader, the even money favorite, racing second Woodmere Sandollar and Pembroke Paycheck, but Meter Leader got it. Woodmere Sandollar and Pembroke Paycheck in for the show. The time for the mile, 2:03.1. Parading back to victory lane for the 3rd time tonight, driver Gilberto, this time with number 7, Meter Leader. A homebred for Gerald Alexander of Sussex. This is a 4-year-old son of Yankee Leader from the Basie mare, Millimeter. Jimmy Smith is the winning trainer. Gilberto driving the horse to his 2nd consecutive win. 2nd win in just 4 starts this year. Time for the mile tonight, 2:03.1. There's your winner, number 7, Meter Leader and Gilberto. Field is in behind the Trias Truck Center starting gate. Just Plain Shea trotting for John Stewart. A Weekend Percy Jones, Blue Ridge Matty, Don Dickinson. Seawind Amanda, Stephen Trites, Nan's Way, Mike Downey. Outside for Wild Western Abbey and Gilberto. Trailing horses, Lady Mercury, Todd Trites. Howmax Up Tempo with Dale Spence. Here they come. They're off, and in between horses, Seawind Amanda looks for the early lead. A Weekend is in along the cones, and has the front as they go on for the opening 8th mile marker. A Weekend and Sea Wind Amanda. Racing in third position is Lady Mercury. That one right up there in the pocket as they head down the backstretch for the first time. Nan's Way is in fourth. Then it's Blue Ridge Maddie. On the outside, up and driving, Howmax Up Tempo is on the go. Also, Wild Western Abbey is on the move, and they were by the opening quarter in 31 seconds. On the lead, as they go around that barn turn, it is Lady Mercury now to the front. In second position, Sea Wind Amanda. And they come off the top of the turn with Lady Mercury now up by 3.5. Sea Wind Amanda is second. Moving to the outside, A Weekend is on the go from third. Then it's Wild Western Abbey. Nan's Way in fourth. Howmax Up Tempo. Blue Ridge Maddie. Just Plain Shay. And they were past the half in 1 minute and 4/5. Lady Mercury leading this field. On to the 5/8 they go with Lady Mercury passing that post. Then it's Sea Wind Amanda second. A Weekend is third. Wild Western Abbey with looks to the outside from fourth. Then it is Nan's Way in fifth. Blue Ridge Maddie is next. Just Plain Shay trotting up in seventh. And the trailer now is Howmax Up Tempo. 3/4 for Lady Mercury in 1:31 3. Lady Mercury trying to fend off Sea Wind Amanda as they come to 7/8. A Weekend is still third. Wild Western Abbey fourth. Inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go. Lady Mercury trying to gut this one out and moving up to second. Sea Wind Amanda full of pace on the outside. A Weekend is third as they come for the line. A Weekend on the far outside. That's very close. 3 of them right across the line. A Weekend on the outside. In between, it was Sea Wind Amanda, and on the cones, Lady Mercury. The time for that mile, 2:04 2. Here is your winner of race number 5. Number 2, A Weekend. 3-year-old son of I Am a Fool from the Jate Lobel mare Adonis. Owned, trained, and driven by Percy Jones of Temperance Vale. First career victory comes tonight over the off track in 2:04 2. Number 2, A Weekend with Percy Jones. Field is in behind the Trias Truck Center starting gate. One Wild Night in Gilberto. Nicole's Baby, Mark Haig. Forever Finesse, Mike Downey. Breeze, Hanover, Stacy Gay. Rackland Fine Line, Todd Trites. The outside for DG's Crosby and Philip Hodgson. One trailer, it's Simca and Dale Spence. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Breeze, Hanover, going for the front against One Wild Night into the first turn. Racing in third is Nicole's Baby. Then it's Forever Finesse in fourth. Rackland Fine Line is next. DG's Crosby sixth. And the trailer is Simca as they are past the 8th, and they'll go down the backstretch for the opening quarter. On top and cutting it out is One Wild Night. Nicole's Baby advancing to second. Breeze, Hanover takes a seat in third. Then racing in fourth is Forever Finesse. Up on the outside, DG's Crosby now fifth, now fourth, and going after those leaders. Next up, it is Rackland Fine Line, and Simca is trailing. They were by the opening quarter in 29-1. On the lead, as they come round that turn and pass 3/8, they will move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half. Cutting it out is One Wild Night. Off stride went DG's Crosby. DG's Crosby went off stride. One Wild Night continues to lead. Nicole's Baby second. Racing in third, that is Forever Finesse. And they go round the turn, moving in fourth position up on the outside, Rackland Fine Line. They were by the half in 1 minute and 2/5. as they head down the backstretch for the final time. One Wild Night, Forever Finesse in pursuit on the outside of the track. He's at the leader's wheel now. Nicole's Baby is third. Rackland Fine Line and Breeze Hanover. Then Simca, and far back and out of contention is DG's Crosby. They were by 3/4 in 1:30 One Wild Night, Forever Finesse trying to close the gap. As they come off the top of the turn, Nicole's Baby is in third spot. Down the stretch they come. One Wild Night trying to give Barrio his fourth. One Wild Night and Forever Finesse, and they come to the wire. 4 for Barrio, One Wild Night. Forever Finesse was second. Close for show, the time for the mile. 2 minutes, 2/5. Second winner out of the Jimmy Smith stable so far this evening. Fourth driving victory in 6 races for Gilles Barrio. This time he gets it with One Wild Night. 6-year-old son of Arts Place from the Dragon's Lair mare. The Dragon Flew, owned by Jimmy Smith and Mark Taylor of Fredericton. Second win of this season. It's a season's best performance in a time of 2 minutes and 2/5. There's your winner, number 1, One Wild Night, trainer Jimmy Smith and driver Gilles Barrio. Field is in behind the Trias Truck Center starting gate. Race number 7, Blue Demon with Mark Haig, Gord's Girl, Mike Downey. Edgewater Shadowfax, Lonnie Stokes. Billy and Bud, Charlie Miles. Meadowland Griffey, Todd Trites, the outside for Tornado Sky. And Mike Campbell. 2 trailers, the Viking Prince, Stephen Trites, Sittler with Gilles Barrio. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Edgewater Shadowfax looking for the top against Blue Demon as they go on into the turn. And Gord's Girl is in third spot. Now Edgewater Shadowfax has taken over top spot. He'll lead them past the opening 8th mile marker. Edgewater Shadowfax, and going down the back stretch for the opening quarter. Blue Demon is second. Gord's Girl third. Then Sittler fourth. The Viking Prince is next. Billy and Bud. Racing in 7th position is Meadowland Griffey, and the trailer is Tornado Sky. And they were by the half. Check that, by the quarter, with Edgewater Shadowfax in 30 seconds flat. On round the barn turn for the first time. Edgewater Shadowfax and Blue Demon looking for a move in from second spot. They're past the 3/8 mile marker. Gord's Girl is third. Action to the outside of the racetrack as they pass in front of the stand. On the way to the half, and a good move from Sittler now. He's first to move on the outside, and he's up to third and challenging for second. Then it is the Viking Prince, Billy and Bud, Meadowland Griffey, and Tornado Sky. They were by the half in 1:01.3. And a new leader, just like that, as they go by 5/8. It's Sittler going down the backstretch for the final time. Edgewater Shadowfax second, Blue Demon third, then Gord's Girl and the Viking Prince. 3 wide from the rear of the field is Tornado Sky, then Billy and Bud and Meadowland Griffey. But it's all Sittler now, leading the field around the barn turn final time. 3/4 in 1:30.2. Sittler, Edgewater Shadowfax, and Blue Demon with inside of an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Those leaders are all on their own at this point, and Sittler looking to close the books on this victory. But he's got some work to do yet. Sittler and Edgewater Shadowfax. Sittler, 5 for the driver. Barrio got it. It is Edgewater Shadowfax and Blue Demon second and third. The time for the mile, 2:01. Parading back to the winner's enclosure. 5th victory of the evening for Gilles Barrio. This time with the astronomical colt called Sittler. He is from the Wanamaker mare, Susan Shea. Bred by Eldred Nicholson of Prince Edward Island. Owned by Boyd McDonald Produce, Dan Ross, and Charlie Seymour. Gilles trains and drives. The colt has put up 4 victories from 7 starts this year. And Jill is making the draw for tonight's winning 50-50 ticket number in the Fredericton Horsemen's Association 50-50 draw. Gilles Berriot for the 5th time this evening, triumphant this time round with Sittler in 201. Field is in the hands of starter Don Bairstow here in the 8th race. Ultimate Hope and Todd Trites, Vic Victor, Stephen Trites. Impish Art, Dale Spence, Luker's Luck, Mike Downey. Alyssa Down, Steve Mason, Provoke Me, Gilles Berriot. My Bright Penny with Mike Campbell. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Vic Victor springs the wings as they go for the opening 8th mile marker. Racing in second is Ultimate Hope. Using the trailing position to his advantage is Provoke Me. That one is sitting in 3rd spot as they go on past the opening 8th mile marker. Then racing in 4th. That is My Bright Penny. Luker's Luck is 5th. Alyssa Down's going to come to 6th on the inside, and Impish Art is the trailer. As they're on their way to the quarter, and Vic Victor leads it by a length. Vic Victor has got it over Ultimate Hope, and racing in 3rd position is Provoke Me. My Bright Penny, Luker's Luck is 5th, then Alyssa Down, and in 7th position, Impish Art. They were by the quarter in 31 seconds. On past 3/8 they go. They will move in front of us for the first time on their way to the half. And on top and cutting it out is Vic Victor. Ultimate Hope is 2nd. Racing in 3rd, Provoke Me. Then My Bright Penny, Luker's Luck, Alyssa Down, and Impish Art. And they were past the half. Vic Victor had them by that marker in 1:01 and 2. Vic Victor and Ultimate Hope. Provoke Me is 3rd. Racing in 4th. My Bright Penny, still in single file, but My Bright Penny's going to move. So too, Ultimate Hope going to the outside from 2nd. Vic Victor continues to lead it as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Vic Victor and Ultimate Hope, Provoke Me, coming up the inside now to 3rd. Then it's My Bright Penny, racing in 4th. Luker's Luck is next. Alyssa Down, and further back is that trailer Impish Art. 3/4 in 1:31 and 3. Just over an 1/8 of a mile left to go as they come off the top of the turn. Vic Victor continues to hold on to a tenuous lead, but action on the outside of him as they come for the line. And it is Provoke Me, but Vic Victor comes back on. Provoke Me got it. Vic Victor got it over Provoke Me, and racing in 3rd position, Luker's Luck got the show. The time for the mile, 2:03 and 2. Now parading back, it's your winner of race number 8. Here is number 3, Vic Victor. 11-year-old son of Electric Yankee from the Niatros mare Aplomb. Owned by Valerie Phelan of Gary, trained by Eric Wilson. Stephen Trites picks up the victory in the bike. 2nd win of the season from 9 starts. And it equals the season's best performance in a time of 2:03 and 2 over the off-track. Number 3, Vic Victor and Stephen Trites. Starters are settling in behind the Trias Truck Center starting gate for the 9th. Night Talker and Mike Downey. Fightertown Pilot Mark Collett. R.E.'s Andrew, Lonnie Stokes. Wave That Banner, Todd Trites. Windermere Nick, Stephen Trites. Ace on the River on the outside, Philip Hodgson, the trailers. Hustler Hall and Gilles Berriot, Tahuya Riverdance and Mark Haig. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Wave That Banner wants to be forwardly placed, and he's hustling up on the outside, but not quick enough at this stage for Night Talker, who's got the lead on the way to the 8th. Night Talker and Wave That Banner. Racing in 3rd position is a Fightertown Pilot as they go down the backstretch for the quarter. Hustler Hall is in fourth. Then racing in fifth is R.E.'s Andrew. Tahuya River Dance is next. Windermere Nick and Ace on the River as they go for the opening quarter-mile station. Night Talker and Mike Downey took them past that post in 30 seconds flat. Rounding the barn turn with Night Talker. And they go on for the 3/8 mile marker as they go for the top of the stretch. Night Talker continues to cut the numbers, but we've got action on the outside as they come for the half. On the outside now to challenge. That is Hustler Hall. Hustler Hall and Night Talker. Wave That Banner is third. Racing in fourth is Fightertown Pilot. Then it's R.E.'s Andrew and Tahuya River Dance. Windermere Nick is seventh, and Ace on the River past the half in 1:01.1. Night Talker is still there. He's up by a length, but challenges on the outside from Hustler Hall right there as they head down the backside final time. Wave That Banner is watching those two battle from third. Then it's Fightertown Pilot and Tahuya River Dance. Windermere Nick is 3 wide. Ace on the River moving up the cones. And the trailer now is R.E.'s Andrew, and they were past 3/4 in 1:31. And Night Talker continues to show the way. Hustler Hall tucks back in from second. They come off the top of the turn, inside of 1/8 of a mile left to go, and down the stretch they come. Night Talker has another gear remaining, and he's pulling away from the rest of this field as Night Talker comes from the line. Night Talker got it over Hustler Hall and Wave That Banner. Fightertown Pilot was fourth. The time for the mile, 2 minutes, 3/5. Here's your winner in the 9th race. Number 1, Night Talker picks up the victory at 15-1 on the nose. He's owned by Dr. Mitchell Downey of St. John. 8-year-old Western Ideal Stallion from the Jate Lobel mare, Peaceful Feeling. He's trained and driven to victory by Mike Downey. Second win of the year over the off-track tonight in a terrific time of 2 minutes and 3/5. Number 1, Night Talker and Mike Downey. Field is in behind the gate for the Canadian Forces Appreciation Pace here in race number 10. Ideal Ticket with Lonnie Stokes, EF Fantasia, Dale Spence. Joseph Michael, Todd Trites, 4 Brass Stars, Philip Hodgson. Cecil's Express, Gilles Barrio. Cass Hall, Mike Downey, and Woodmere Sandman, Stephen Trites. Here they come. They're off and pacing. EF Fantasia springs the wings as an out there to challenge Joseph Michael. Those two are duking it out as they go on round the first turn on their way to the opening 8th. Joseph Michael now is in front, and he will clear to the lead against EF Fantasia. Further back to Ideal Ticket in third. Then it's Woodmere Sandman. 4 Brass Stars is next. Then Cecil's Express, and the trailer is Cass Hall. Those two leaders, though, are out on a breakaway. And on top and cutting it out, Joseph Michael. Then it is EF Fantasia. They were past the opening quarter in 28-1, racing in third position. That is Ideal Ticket as they come off the top of the turn. They'll move in front of us on their way to the half-mile marker. Joseph Michael continues to lead it. Racing in second, EF Fantasia. Then it's Ideal Ticket in third. Woodmere Sandman next. Up on the outside, Cecil's Express to fifth. 4 Brass Stars and Cass Hall. And they reach the half in 58-3. Joseph Michael continues to show the way. He's up by 2. EF Fantasia second. A closer third is Ideal Ticket. Then Cecil's Express cutting into the deficit from fourth on the outside. Woodmere Sandman is next. Cass Hall and 4 Brass Stars as they go on to 3/4. Joseph Michael continues to show the way. EF Fantasia has not gone away as they were by 3/4 of a mile in 1:28. Rounding the barn turn, final time, Joseph Michael and EF Fantasia. Ideal Ticket right there as they come off the top of the turn, and Joseph Michael trying to go coast to coast as they come for the line in the Canadian Forces Appreciation Pace. Joseph Michael, the outside, EF Fantasia. Joseph Michael got it. EF Fantasia second. In for the show was Ideal Ticket. The time for that mile, 1:58 and 4. Here is your winner in the Canadian Forces Appreciation Pace, this evening's feature race. Triumphant horse, number 3, Joseph Michael. 5-year-old son of Jenna's Beach Boy from the Dexter Nukes mare, Jay Dexter. Owned by Capital A Investments and Valerie Phelan. Eric Wilson with his second training win of the night. Todd Dreitz picks up the victory in the bike. Third win in just 4 starts this year for Joseph Michael, and it comes tonight over a track rated 3 seconds off in a time of 1:58 and 4. 6-5 on the nose, and terrific to have members of Canadian Forces at CFB Gagetown with us here this evening, and we hope that they'll bring some friends and come back and join us once again, perhaps even on Canada Day on Monday afternoon. The Canadian Forces Appreciation Pace goes to number 3, Joseph Michael, and Todd Dreitz in 1:58 and 4. Starters are set in behind the Trias Truck Center starting gate. 11th and final for this evening with Choco du Ruisseau with Mark Haig. 7 Signs and Ed Harvey. Perfect Approach, Percy Jones. Ultimate Spirit, Todd Treitz. Woodmere Big Splash, Philip Hodgson. The outside, Hot Shot Mindale, Lonnie Stokes. The trailers, Texas Treasure with Jill Barrio. Ashby Corner with Stephen Treitz. And here they come. They're off and pacing. Ultimate Spirit looking for early position. 7 Signs is on the go, but Choco du Ruisseau wanted the front, and he's got it from that inside position. Mark Haig urging him on, and Choco du Ruisseau will lead the field by the opening 8th mile marker. Racing in second spot, that is Gilles Barriot. He's got Texas Treasure using that trailing post position to his advantage. 7 Signs is on the outside park, but second and advancing, and moving in 4th position. Looks like Ultimate Spirit as they were by the opening quarter in 29 and 2, and the field continues round that barn turn for the first time. Choco du Ruisseau takes them by the 3/8. On the outside is 7 Signs. They will move in front of us on their way to the half-mile station. Choco du Ruisseau and 7 Signs battling, and watching those 2 leaders go at it. It is Texas Treasure. Then Ashby Corner in 4th. Ultimate Spirit is next. Perfect Approach, the outside for Woodmere Big Splash. And the trailer is Hot Shot Mindale by the half in 1 minute flat. On their way to 5/8, and they'll head down the backstretch for the final time. Continuing to cut those numbers, a Choco du Ruisseau. The outside, continuing bravely as they head down the backstretch for the final time, is 7 Signs. Then, racing in 3rd, but with no racing room at this point, is Texas Treasure. And they were by 3/4 of a mile in 1:31. Choco du Ruisseau. 7 Signs on the outside. Racing in 3rd, Texas Treasure. A group of 5 doing battle up front as they come off the 7/8 and head down the stretch for the line. It is continuing to be Choco du Ruisseau coming for home. He is looking sharp as they come for the line. Mark Haig and Choco du Ruisseau got it, beating a good field of horses tonight. That was, in second, Texas Treasure. And the time for that mile, 2:02 and 2. Now parading back to Victory Lane, your winner of tonight's finale, it's number 1, Choco du Ruisseau. Owned by Tina Dunphy of Majorville, trained by John Stewart, driven by Mark Haig. Second win of the season for the 5-year-old son of $1 Million Cam from the Dragon's Lair mare MB Toblerone. Time for the mile this evening, 2:02 and 2 for number 1, Choco du Ruisseau with Mark Haig.